whether it's small game or big game, flying game or game that swims. This is Vital Shots.
All right, Will.
Mm-hmm. Go.
We're here today with Randy Mabe. We're going out on a quail hunt today, and Randy is the only person to take all 4 big game animals in North Carolina with a bow, won the Master Bowhunter Award. And Randy, how about tell us a little bit about that?
It was a very interesting adventure. I got started by it when, loved to bow hunt, and actually with the NCBA, getting involved with them, seeing what other people were doing, taking wild boars and big game and stuff with the bow, and I'd taken deer, but you always think, wow, could you really do something like that? And Raymond Bell told me about it. Nobody had done it. I think the program started in 1992, and I just got intrigued with the idea of trying to take all the big game animals in North Carolina, and he'd do it to meet their specifications. So I just took it on the challenge and thought I'd try to do it.
Now you took the bear in the East Coast, Piedmont, you took your turkey and your deer, and then out in the mountains you took the wild boar, and the only one that's taken the wild boar with a bow that's been officially scored.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the experiences as far as seeing the whole state.
It was great. It turned out to be more than just a hunt. Like you say, it became an adventure to see North Carolina from the coast. I took the first bear was in Hyde County, the second bear, which made the record big enough to take. It had to be a 16-inch skull, and that one turned out to be 17 and 9/16 on the one in Onslow County. And so you got to hunt from the coast all the way to the rugged mountains of North Carolina, and that was the Russian boar came from Cherokee County, which is up there close to Murphy. And when you get up there, you find out that it's more than just the Smoky Mountains. It is rough country. I mean, caves, ledges. It was amazing. I didn't even know that kind of country existed. If you see the movie Last of the Mohicans,
right,
some of that part of the country you'll see in that movie is really rugged. And so the adventure became more than I expected. It took me 4 years to do it. Not every deer is going to be big enough. Not every bear is going to be big enough. And so you had your disappointments and you had your exciting time. But it was great to see North Carolina, touch it, feel it, smell it, experience it, get to meet a lot of new people, and doing a hunt with the bow at the same time. It was an amazing thing to do.
Exactly. Well, we were talking about the turkey, and I know you're big with the National Wild Turkey Federation.
Yes.
I understand you have a world record with that and several Grand Slams. If you want to touch on that for a second.
Love the turkey hunt. Started out turkey hunting with a shotgun. Still enjoy turkey hunting in the kind of way that it is. I love the turkey hunt. And as part of experiencing and learning more about hunting with a bow, I thought, wow, I wonder if I could take a turkey and start here in North Carolina bow hunting for the turkeys. And so after taking a few turkeys with a bow, you kind of start thinking, wow, could you do something like a Grand Slam with the turkeys? I had done the Grand Slam in North Carolina, but you've got to travel to several states within the United States to do a Grand Slam. So the first one, I thought I'll do it with a shotgun, and I did, and it took me a few years to do that. Had a blast, and then thought, man, another higher challenge. Could I do it with a bow? And so I started out after that, and it took me a few years to do that. But got to meet a lot of great people, see another wider range of landscape. And the United States has such a beautiful country that most time you don't get to see.
Right.
And getting to hunt with the bow on a turkey, it was just one of the most exciting and exhilarating hunting feats I've ever done. And then hunting around here, I saw a turkey one year right before the season, had a really wide beard, and I said, man, I'm gonna try to get that turkey with a bow. Hunted that season, never saw him. I figured somebody else had killed him. The next year, I saw him again before the season come in the same field, and I said, man, I'm going after that turkey hard. And so I was fortunate enough, after several days of intense setting up in the same place, trying to get that turkey, got a shot on him, and when I recovered him, I was like, man, look at this big wide beard. We're trying to be a multiple beard. And NWTF recognizes a multiple beard turkey as a atypical. And this was a eastern atypical because of the multiple beard. When I pulled him out, put his legs out, and looked at his spurs, one of them just blowed my mind. It was 1 inch and 15/16 long spur. And so when I called NWTF, Raymond scored it. They said, hey, you've got the new world record spur, killed by a bow, atypical eastern species.
That's amazing.
So it was just another great thing that happened.
You've got several state records here in North Carolina with the bobcat and the raccoon, I believe.
Right.
Of course, the wild boar being the only one that's turned one in.
Right.
So you kind of go along with what I try to do is learn everything I can about everything I'm going to hunt and not just focus on one thing, really learning all about outdoors. And that's kind of led you into your endeavor you're doing now with the dogs and the kennel that you're running.
Exactly. Again, never saw it coming because you keep opening new doors in hunting, meeting people, scratch your head and say, wow, what else is there out there, And I had a lab that was my dove hunting companion and helped me find deer that had been hit and not killed at the moment right there, and you had to find them later. Recovered that. Well, as it aged out, I thought, well, instead of just saying, okay, another lab for sure, let's look and see what is maybe the best breed out there for the versatile hunting. And I duck hunted a little bit and quail hunted and loved to dove hunt. And so I started researching and found out that there was a German breed of dog I'd never heard about. Most of the friends I have never heard about it. And when you tell them about it, you say the name of the dog at least 2 or 3 times because you'll tell them the name of it is a Dutch Draghar. And they'll say, what? And you'll say, yeah, no, it's called a Dutch Draghar. And most people refer to it as a DD. And it's a German breed. It's about 5 different breeds of dogs over 90 years that they bred together to produce what is probably one of, if not the most versatile hunting dogs that exist. You can duck hunt with this dog and it'll do water work, point and retrieve quail you saw today.
Great job with it.
You do your dove hunting, of course, retrieving that bird. We can blood track big game with them, and some people use them for even baying hogs. Blood track a bear with it. I mean, they're just so versatile. It takes training, but they have the mental ability to retain what they learn and change gears. And I actually, to become a breeder, you have to go to testings over a 2-year period of that dog's life. And you'll start the day out doing quail pointing, retrieving, move to a pond or a lake and do water work. They shoot a duck, retrieve it. Go over here and they drag like a dead rabbit and a duck 400 yards. You have to release the dog on the drag scent. He has to track it, retrieve it back and sit, give him just one command, fetch. And then you go to a blood tracking part where the dog's on a leash and a collar, and you say track blood, whatever you tell him, and he works that and comes to the deer that's lying there at the end. And then you change gears and go into your quail work. This is all in one day. You'll start at maybe 7:30 in the morning and go to 7 p.m. in the evening, and that dog changed gears on that many different animals in one day. That's really amazing.
They did a great job today. I can tell you put some work behind it. Now, do you breed and train, or exactly what do we do? Can other people get the dogs from you? That type of thing.
Right. We've gotten, we have 2 DDs now that have completed the testing. It takes 2 years to make it. If they fail twice, they're out. If they have an overbite problem, any kind of genetic problem, they're out. It can still be a great hunting dog, but they want it to be so, I won't say perfect, but so refined that when you breed a male and female together, that you have such a great chance and opportunity that your puppy is going to be flawless. They do hip, you have to have hip x-rays done before you breed to show that they are hip dysplasia free.
Right.
And you just do everything that you can do on this breeding to make it as good a puppy as you can get. And so we did that, and we're a breeder. We had our first litter this year. We sold our puppies, and we are having some people contact us to help them on training. And we've got a couple of dogs here that we are training for other people. It's interesting and fun, but it's all about that dog.
Right. Well, at the end of the video, I'll put a link to your website so people can get in touch with you if they have any questions or interested in doing something with you.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we had a great time. Had my son and myself out here on a quail hunt. Dogs did great. I really appreciate everything you did, and like we were talking about earlier, it's all about the experience.
Right.
We've experienced some new friends out here. I appreciate it.
Bill, I do too. You and your son both were just excellent sportsmen. You've done a great job with Turner on teaching him the hunter safety, respect, and just a good outdoorsman all the way around. He's a great shot. I saw that with him knocking down some birds that I've seen experienced hunters not be able to get. But not just making that shot, I can see that you've worked with him good. He knows when to shoot, when not to shoot. Sometimes them birds fly low, and you got to think about the dog, the bird, and it's not worth anybody or any animal like a dog or whatever getting hurt. And he let some shots go that some people might have tried to take, and I can see that y'all done a lot together, and that's, my hat's off to you on that and him. Y'all good sportsmen, good hunters. Glad to have you.
Well, like I said, I'll have a link to his website at the end of the video, and please contact Randy if you have any questions about it.
Thank you a lot, bud.
All right.
Right in front of him right there.
All right, Turner.
Can we do it?
Yep.
He's on the, I think it's right in there, and now I keep seeing him. He's right in front of him, so you saw him move. Whoa, get go on. There goes, get
Got him.
You ready, Turn?
I'm letting my dad take this one.
Good shot. You always check it good, because sometimes I want to lay back in there. You just kick that brush and be ready for the fire.
There he goes.
Good, son, you